What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm going to talk about the traits I look for in a romantic partner. So let's get to it. I'm taking my fucking glasses off because I can't see shit. This bullshit ass fucking glasses on, man. So basically the type of shit I look for in a romantic partner is a partner that's willing to give and receive. So I say this because the most fucking connections, I've always been in connections to where it's always one-sided. I've always been around females who weren't doing shit in their lives, where I look back and I'm actually doing a lot more better than them. Always been. But with the reason why I'm attached to them is because of childhood trauma, because of karmic cycles. So like I feel the energy. It was destined to happen. How we met, and all my connections is all predestined. It was all these are spiritual connections. All connections are spiritual. This is why when people get into romantic connections, they always have arguments, always have soul ties. They can't get them off their mind. And some more intense than others. Depends on your mission, on your spiritual mission. But where was I getting at? But the most connections I've been in, these females, they got nothing going on in their life. So it was hard for me, both physically and mentally. Physically, like in a material world, where like they got nothing going on for themselves, and mentally to where like they don't know how to receive that love, so they don't know how to give it towards me. So I've always been in connections where I always had to like give more than I receive, pretty much. Hang on, give me 1 second. So yeah, so that's how it is. So that should get annoying, and like I'm getting to the point where like, I was fed up. Like I'm not gonna fucking like settle for a woman who's gonna even date around a woman who's gonna like not have the same love language as me. I'm a very affectionate person. I love to give love. I love to receive love. I love to be very affectionate. I love to compliment my partner. I love to like give them a lot of self-affirming words. Like I like to lift them up. Like how I look at my partner, like I'm supposed to be there for you. I'm supposed to care about you. I'm supposed to like be your best friend, but also your partner, but also your protector. Most connections I've been in, I'll do those things, but these women, they wouldn't do that in return. And it wasn't because they weren't interested. It's more so because they didn't have the range, they didn't have the depth, or they're never subjected to that type of love, so therefore they can't give it towards me. You know, so they're very emotionally closed off, and they're just stuck up and fucking bitchy, and they ain't got shit to offer. They're losers. So looking back at my connections that didn't work well, it was due to more likely God watching over me, because these motherfuckers ain't got shit to offer. I'm very picky with connections like that. So me, I don't like connections where like these females, they expect you to give more than to receive. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate females where like they feel entitled to your energy, to your time, to your love and affection, but yeah, they can't even give that back in return. You know, probably because they were raised in a dysfunctional family, or because me, I was raised in a dysfunctional family too. But if anything, I've been through worse shit than them. But like, I still know how to heal. I still know how to be more self-aware, emotionally intelligent, and I know how to like give, and also receive. But these people, like I said in my previous videos, they don't believe themselves. They don't have courage. They don't have the strength to heal themselves and to do the shadow work and to be self-aware and to also have the balls or the heart to fucking change. This is why a lot of people settle in life. This is why a lot of people remain like angry, bitter, and they project their bullshit onto people, and they just settle in life and they're not happy. And a lot of people are like that, and there's a domino effect. So this is why when you're watching this, I'm sure we experienced the same thing. Is when you're trying to date around women, it's always a disappointment because they always want to start some type of problems. Arguments and problems is normal. It does happen, but if it happens at a constant basis, there's always, when it gets intense and dysfunctional, there's no agreements, there's no eye to eye, that's a fucking problem. It's not rocket science. People talk about this all the time, so I don't know. But yeah, so that's the type of things I look for in a relationship. Person where I feel safe, and this person has to feel safe with me. There's that friendship, so because it's not always had to be serious. Like there's times where we have good laughs, and like we feel comfortable with each other. Like we have like you know what I'm saying? Like we're very understanding of each other, and we have good chemistry. But also the attraction, that's kind of obvious. It has to be attraction, but also has to be like romantic, where this person knows how to give love. This person also knows how to receive love, and the love language. And also I want to mention morals and integrity. The morals were like, you will not put down your partner. I understand misunderstandings and accidents happen. That's normal. But it's good to have a partner that won't put you down, that won't drag you down, that won't project their bullshit onto you. That's very communicative. If they're going through something, if they're going through their period, if they're going through like some mental turmoil, if they have a bad day, they'll communicate that. They're not going to project that shit towards you. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel like they want to be in hermit mode, they want to be isolated in a while, then they'll verbalize that shit. Females, you'll be surprised, they don't do that shit. But yet they expect you to read their mind. I understand females and males both think differently, but I'm talking about females who actively expects you to do all the work, but they themselves ain't shit. They can't do the same fucking shit. A lot of people are fucking like that, especially in fucking America. So like, I'm tired of this shit. So yeah, so those are the traits I cannot absolutely fucking stand. And I'm aware, I'm not dumb, I'm not like most people. I'm aware people aren't perfect. People aren't like, you shouldn't have like, it's good to have expectations, but you shouldn't project your perfections onto other people. If you're gonna do that, make sure you're providing that. But even then, it's still not good. So we're all humans, we're all flawed, we all make mistakes, we're all, you know what I'm saying? That's normal. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about like women who fail to make an effort, or who fail to acknowledge, or don't have the self-awareness to realize what they're doing is damaging towards their partner. That's where I'm getting at. You know? And that doesn't result in them how they treat their partners. That results in how they go about life. I've noticed a pattern. These females I've dealt with and I've also observed from other people, the same way they give their partner problems, they also apply that shit to their career, to their personal life, to their hygiene, to how they care themselves, to how they treat people. All that shit applies. You know? So yeah, so it's dangerous to be around partners and romantic interests that fail to give you the type of things that you want. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, you know, it's not good. It's not good at all. So because you don't want to be in a position to where like you feel like you're giving your all, but your partner's failed to doing the same in return. That's where you get your codependency and you get stuck on that person. It's just not fair. It's really not fair. You know, it's just annoying where like it's hard to find a partner that's actually at your level, that's actually in the same wavelength that you. I've heard a theory where like you shouldn't date or marry after you're sad in return, but it's bullshit, because why does it have to be like that? Why does life have to be at a certain fucking script? You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't have free will. That makes sense of why this world is so corrupt and a lot of evil shit happens and nothing's really changing. It makes sense because there's all the rules and regulations and it's fucking 3D reality. But it is what it is though. But yeah, but it's just weird though. It's fucking crazy. So like the type of partners I want is my best friend, very passionate, that's willing to be there with me, the same I'll be there for them. You know, very loyal, very honest, communicative, and is willing to do the healing work and willing to be honest and upfront. And these things I'm saying those things because I want to do those things. I have done those things. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I am willing and I have done those things. You know? A person where you can trust, person where like they'll have your back, because maybe one day you two will have a family, and knowing that this person will have your back, this person is honest, this person is willing to communicate, good or bad, you two are willing to go through hard times, but you two are willing to work well together despite the flaws and the things y'all have, then that one makes a great partnership. Especially raising kids and family, it requires trust, friendship, and just willing to have this person's back through thick and thin. Not in an abusive way, not in a dysfunctional way, to where like y'all always fight and make up and fight. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where like you two like are aware that like you two are willing to understand where you two are coming from, and you two are willing to like not hurt each other in a way out of ego and shit like that. That's where I'm getting at. So that's the traits I look for in a partner. Most women I've been around with, they don't have the range, they don't have the mental awareness or self-awareness to do those things. But also like they're very defensive, or like they're very paranoid based on what they see in social media. So they think that every good guy that's at their wavelength, they'll think they got an agenda, or like they always self-sabotage that shit, or like they always play some fucking mind games where like, oh, I'm not gonna mess with this person, I'm not gonna call this person, I'll wait till this person does that to me. All these bullshit ass petty ass fucking games. And they like to hold like affection from their partner out of manipulation, out of control. A lot of people are like that. Give me 1 second. You know, so it's fucking crazy. So yeah, so those are the types of partnerships, those are the type of traits I look for in a partner. A person that has very like, and especially common sense. Most females, most people out here, they don't have common sense. Common sense where they know right from wrong, they know what to say, that knows proper communication skills. And because most people they say shit off of social media, this shit's annoying. That's makes horrible communicators. They like to be introverted and not socialized, and now they wonder why they can't get a partner or they can't maintain one, because their communication skills and their social skills are all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hate that shit, man. But also, I look for a partner that has things going on for themselves. I've also dated around people who have nothing going on for themselves, or they can't hold a fucking job, they can't create no type of income, or like they have no long-term goals and any passion in life. That gets dangerous, because when you deal with people like that, then these are the same types of people that will find faults and flaws within you, even though you're doing more than them. You know, you got more things going on for themselves, and more likely a person like that, they're more likely to have more self-awareness, and they provide and offer more compared to that person. There's always a huge imbalance. There's nothing in between when it comes to like dysfunctional relationships like that. So I've been around partners where like they have nothing going on for themselves, so it's easy for them to nitpick or to be negative or to find faults in you. Not in a good way, to where like they're helping you to look at the things you need to work on. Not in that way. Not in proper criticism, but more so like self-sabotaging criticism in a way, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to do it purposely. They can do this shit subconsciously, because deep down that's how they feel about themselves. This is where you get your projection from. If you live a shitty life, then you subconsciously want to bring that person down with you, because misery loves company. What was what they say. So it's like, it's, you know what I'm saying? So the same way where like a person's doing great in life, they want that person to be great, and they'll uplift that person. But it's the opposite when it comes to negativity, when the person's not doing shit. So like so it'd be like that. So I don't want to deal with a partner who's doesn't have nothing going on for themselves, because they're easy for them to find faults in you, and then since they got nothing going on for themselves, they're gonna subconsciously self-sabotage that connection. Whether it be them trying to date other partners, they'll be more susceptible to cheating, they'll be more susceptible to be paranoid, to be negative towards you, to start arguments with you, to find faults with you, to kind of put you down in a way. Again, they don't have to. Some of them are aware of they're doing this, but most of them they're not aware of what they're doing. So they'll naturally create a lot of arguments and tension within their relationships, and they're not willing to change because they're stuck at a rut. They can't change their lives for the better. That's where I'm getting at. So it's good to have a partner that you feel safe with, that has the same morals as you. Y'all don't have to be similar, but they have to be in the same wavelength as you, to where they get where you're coming from, and vice versa. That's where I'm getting at. You have to learn from this person's perspective. You have to learn where they're coming from. If this person doesn't align with your morals, with your beliefs, with your love language and stuff like that, then you really shouldn't be around this person. It is easier said than done, because from a spiritual side, this shit deals with astrology. Some people have 12th house synastry. Some people have 8th house synastry. Some people have 5th house synastry. Some people have like karmic cycles and karmic lessons that they need to learn from one another, good and or bad. And once it's hard for them to let go because of that soul tie, because of that energetic tie. You can't get this person off your mind. This is where you get your twin flames from, your trauma bonds, your karmic soulmates from. So there's a spiritual aspect to it, but there's also a trauma, like physical aspect, when it comes to childhood trauma, where like this person reminds you of your emotionally unavailable, fucked up parents. So now you feel attached to them. So it gets deep. So don't knock on yourself. You can't get out of this situation constantly attracting those people. This is life. This is how life is. It's not your fault. It's God or the universe or this reality, how this human experience is set up. It's for you to learn lessons, is to go through a lot of dumbass shit and bullshit. This is why there's so much world corruption, a lot of enslavement, and there's no real change going on. You got fucking time speeding up, yet the system's still not collapsing. All this stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? This is why a lot of people have a lot of trauma and misery, because of this bullshit ass fucking system that needs to be changed, but it's not. You know, but that's what I look for. And when it comes to like romantic relationships and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You two have to be in the same page. You two have to be your own best. You two have to be your best friends, but also you have to be passionate. A lot of like romance, a lot of like attraction. You two have to understand each other. You two are willing to, willing to work with each other. It's hard to explain, but it's like you know what I'm saying? Like you two are willing to do the shadow work and to heal together, or heal to be with that person. You get what I'm saying? But that's all I gotta say. I will make a part 2. I will make it longer, but I just want to get this video out the way. But that's all I gotta say, and have a good one. Also, less ego too. I understand human beings will all have ego, but most women I've dealt with, they have a lot of fucking ego. Human beings in general, they're just fucking stupid, and they're very insecure, and they got nothing going on for them lives. So they use their ego to protect that wall up, because they're too fucking insecure. They feel like they're entitled or obligated for anything in life, yet they're not doing shit or to take action within themselves, you know? So if you have a lot of ego, a partner that has a lot of ego, that gets dangerous too, because they think they know it all, they don't want to change, or like they have a fucked up viewpoint of how they should be treated and how life is based on social media, and then they'll project that shit towards a blessing in their life, like their partner, and then that's how it fucking like ends pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say. I won't make a part 2. I will go longer. I have more information about this, but I'm in a rush, so I'm gonna get this video out the way. So that's all I gotta say, and comment down below the traits you look for in a partner, and that's all I gotta say, and have it going. Peace.